Yay, love it. Thank you. What a great day. Oh my God, can you believe everything today upstairs? Amazing. So this is a story about my little boy. There he is. Lush, isn't he? Look at that. Amazing. He's 6. He's a giant like me. So, and this is a little interesting photo, this one. This is for Swansea City ALN, so the Swansea City football thing. Shouldn't we talk about that in Cardiff, should I? But they came and did loads of getting kids into clubs and things like that, and they used this on all the promos, so it was really, really good. Great thing. So if you can ever get to do sessions like that, it's fantastic for your kids. So that's me. I don't normally dress like this. I thought I'd step up for the occasion. I'm normally in shorts, or my tats showing and stuff like that, but today I thought, this is an important day, isn't it? So hopefully be a bit smart. I've still got my Jordans on. So yeah, so that's, I'm a dad, and this Hunter, and this is my family. Oh, this is a big warning, because I will cry. I've done this twice in front of my friends, and I cried every time. And there's a video on there that this man did by here, and somebody else, that made me cry. So, get your tissues ready. Okay, so this is my family. This is me and my wife, and my son Hunter. What can we say? We're just a normal family, but autism kind of shook us a little. But me being a bull in a china shop, I decided to smash everything in my way and put my heart and soul into everything to do with autism and Hunter. You know, it's yeah, it's an interesting story. So hopefully, you know, we'll take our little journey now. But yeah, so yeah, I'm mad on Transformers, as you can see up here. That was his little nursery when he got his little graduation. How lush is that? There's a few animated GIFs as well. I'm a big nerd, so I love all stuff like that. So, how it started. So it started quite young, around about 3. Let's have that. So he was in nursery 3 times a week in a tiny little nursery in Nanty Mall, cheap houses up there. That's where he moved up, nice and easy. And it was kind of strange. We would go and pick him up from school and pick him up from nursery, and we've always been told Hunter has been naughty. And it's not what you want to hear when your son's just started interacting with other kids and trying to be, you know, make things so he gets to have like a voice and things like that. It wasn't, his frustrations kept led to outbursts, smacking, but constantly being told he was naughty and unusual play. So there was one thing he would always play with is water. And even if it was freezing cold outside, he'd slap the water like if it was a rhythm type thing, just smash the water all the time, all the time, all the time. But you know, we were first-time parents. We didn't really know what was, you know, is that normal? Is that not normal? So we just carried on, I guess. But every time he's been naughty, he's been naughty. So it was a nursery manager there who spotted he was different and spotted that if she taught him to do things a different way, he would start getting really, really, what's the word, creative and really outspoken, which is great, you know? So, diagnosis then. So we started the road to diagnosis, and we had a lot of, I took the diagnosis really, the road to diagnosis, I don't know about all that, but I found it a real struggle. I kept asking why, what, who, really hard struggle, but, you know, it was really strange. We didn't have many people to turn to either. None of my, you know, close friends have got kids who are, you know, who are slightly different, you know. So, but you know, the ball started rolling, and yeah, 9 months later, we had the diagnosis 3 days before his 3rd birthday. So it was interesting. It was I count myself very lucky in this situation, because I know that, you know, I got friends now through going to autism classes and going through, you know, speaking at places like this, that people have struggled to get diagnosis. So I really do count ourselves quite lucky. One of the part with diagnosis, I don't know if everybody else has struggled with this, but the DLA forms we had to write about everything. And if it wasn't for the support of people from certain clubs and certain friends, we would really struggle. You know, it was one of the most horrendous things I've ever had to do. You have to do it because, you know, it helps you, but crazy, really, really crazy. So, but once we started this, we started thinking ourselves, right, we need to start nurturing or taking life a different route for Hunter. So this is when we started going to a flying start. Now, there's a couple of flying starts in Bridgend, and they started helping not just Hunter, but helping us, and helping us get the best out of Hunter. So one of the things Lauren said to us is always pick your battles. You know, if he wants to use his iPad while he's eating, or if he wants to, you know, squirt all the soap while he's washing his hands, is it really such a bad thing? And that stuck with me. That really, you know, it stuck with me forever, and it'll stick with me till I die, you know, because it's an interesting concept that, you know, just letting your boy have a play with an iPad and things like that. So, and it was really good because, you know, I'm quite a brash individual, you know, I say it as I see it, but I'll try and help everyone I can. And it was lush to see the passion, this lady Lauren who works in Flying Start. I don't think she works anymore actually. She really took a liking to Hunter and took a liking to us as a little family. So even when Hunter was transitioning to ops class in Armore Vale Primary, she came and helped him transition in, and she didn't have to do that. She did that on her own back. And you know, it's incredible what happens when you just be open and honest with people and just be, you know, wanting to help. And it's a hard thing to do. You know, it's a hard thing to, you know, say that you need help with something when you should just be able to do all you can for your family. But so ops class. So we went to ops class in Armore Vale Primary. It was a strange transition going there. But he stood out. And these four ladies here are incredible. There we go. Starting to go already. But these four ladies, I still speak to them now every day. It's amazing. They helped Hunter so much. They made him into such a, well, beautiful human being, you know. And it's really interesting. It's just how, you know, as long as you're passionate about like autism and things like that, people will see that and get passionate with you. But yeah, these guys are absolutely amazing. Even when Hunter's he's in mainstream now, and he's in year 2 and he's doing really well, they'll still take time out of their day to go see him and see what's new. And at the moment he's got fascination with things like number plates, European number plates, things like that. And still to this day, you know, and I've got a few of them on Facebook, and you know, they've been messaging me today about this, and yeah, so, you know, just again, just being open and honest with people is it's really good. So it comes to work. Now people, I don't know, I've been quite lucky because I just develop apps and websites and things like that. But, so I work for bridgendcollege as a digital developer. And work's an interesting one because a lot of my close friends who I work with, and two of them here, have really embraced what Hunter is about. So, oh, it's a college logo, nice colours. So yeah, these are some of the people who are involved in Hunter's life nearly every day. Beth Bowden, when I first joined in, her son has autism, and so I just joined a new company, you know, because I was working as a designer for a big design agency, and I went to bridgendcollege to try and be closer to home and hopefully use resources there to find out about autism. And there was a lot of ladies there who helped me, but Beth really stood out. I'll never forget how she used to just sit with me at lunchtime and say about what she went through with Kobe. It was really, it really helped me settle. My main boss, Neris, she's quite a character. She's awesome. She's always asking about Hunter's school. She's always letting him draw on a whiteboard. He drew some crazy battle scene on the whiteboard. It was there for months, you know, having high-level meetings, and there's like big planes on the side and stuff like that. So really, you know, really again, they don't have to do this. They don't have to. But as long as, you know, the best advice I got is you just be yourself, and people will open their arms. Joe, who sat right here, he always, whenever he sees Hunter, helps him out. You know, we played little sensory toys, and you know, it's really, you know, really good. My boss, Kev, he understands being an autistic parent really well. So like every day I'll FaceTime Hunter around about 3:30, and Kev doesn't mind, it's part of the routine. But it's getting to the point now where Hunter will ask, where's Kev? Because they play little things through FaceTime and it's really strange. And I'm sat there like, what's going on? I'm meant to be talking to your dad, not Kev. But it's interesting, you know. And a nice little thing as well, and Joe does it as well. Whenever they go on holiday, Hunter loves magnets, different magnets from different places. So Joe, Kev and Deb, you know, get them little magnets. And it's things like that people don't have to do, but, you know, they see you're passionate about something, passionate about, you know, how you are. And, yeah, so, and there's also Simon. Now, Simon's the CEO and the principal, and it's really interesting that he has FaceTime conversations with Hunter over Paw Patrol and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm really blessed that everybody's so tight-knit and so great, and everybody's really good, and there's probably people I've missed off there, but you all know how stressed I was trying to do this slide, so. Okay, so another thing that's quite interesting is how my circle of friends has changed and how family have, you know, adapted and changed as well. So we'll just go on here. So here's some photos of my dad. Look at that beard on my dad, it's wicked, isn't it? It rivals you, bro, by this. So, but yeah, it's awesome. And we do this little thing where we take a photo every couple of months, so you can see the transformation of Hunter getting bigger, and my mum taking him for walks and stuff, and Stacey's nan's great. So they're really supportive. They, you know, let us, well, they just bring the best out of him. It's like any other grandparents would, but it's always strange when you bring that word autism into it. It takes things a different step. Whereas lush seeing people just rise to the occasion, you know, and understand and talk to you about it, you know. So then I got friends. They're Joey Tribbiani, right behind the gifts. So yeah, so I've got a tight-knit of friends. We meet every month. We go do lots of things together, and all my friends have been supportive. But don't get me wrong, it's not all been great. I've lost a lot of friends. Dynamic changes when you bring a child into life. I never thought though that dynamic with some of my friends would change when we started talking about disabilities and not wanting to do things that they wanted to do because of, you know, will it frighten Hunter? Will the crowd scare Hunter? Yeah, so I've lost friends, but forget about them, never mind. God, am I going too fast? Am I going too fast? No? Right. Okay, so out and about. So, talking about you, but out and about is hard when you've got an autistic kid. It's really, you know, I sometimes think, oh, is he going to like it? Is he going to be too loud? Is he going to be this? Is he going to be that? But what I've realised is it doesn't have to be like that. Hunter loves to bounce. I don't know if any of your kids love to bounce, or if you yourself, do you like to bounce? Yeah? Excellent. I love it at Jump Jam. If you've never seen a 20-stone guy do backflips, come to Jump Jam when I'm there. I love it. But it's really great that when we're out and about, the staff in Jump Jam noticed Hunter was being a bit shy, didn't want to do things, and they stood up and stepped out of their way. And, you know, James and the Jump Jam crew, I consider some of my closest friends now, because just the way they are with my boy, and it's lush. It's not just KFC either anymore. I don't know how many times I've tried to do tomato ketchup foam to try and make something look nice for Hunter, but it's not that anymore. Because we found a place in Gent called Corvo Lounge, and they're really, they don't have to do what they do for Hunter. Once Hunter was chatting to Lauren. He loves this girl called Lauren there. She's amazing with him. They made masks together. It's really, really incredible. And Hunter was like, I want strawberries or pancakes, and she went out and went to Tesco's to get strawberry. You know, and she doesn't have to do that, but it's funny. Like I just keep saying, you know, when you start opening yourself and start being just open and wear your heart on your sleeve when it comes to autism and any other any disability, you just need to really get out there, and it's really great. And plus Connor, Ryan, love you all, wherever the video is. Okay, so ups and downs. Not everything's rosy. I'm quite a positive person, and so is my wife. If I ever get negative, she just gives me a clip. So, you know, like that. But it's hard sometimes. It would be a lie to pretend our life's a bed of roses, you know? We struggle with toilet training. We've only just started. He's only just now comfortable pooing on a toilet. And we ended up with a dog because of it. You know, it's those little crazy things that you have to do. Where am I? Hunter can be super independent at times, and then some other times he won't even go into the kitchen with Nanny to get some chocolates. So there is crazy times with trying new things, trying to get him out of his comfort zone. And it's, you know, me and Stacey have got quite different, you know, sometimes if Hunter's crying, he really doesn't want to do so, I'll pick him up and be the big dad and take him out, where Stacey's like, no, let him try. So, yeah, the ups and downs are really hard, but the ups, you know, bypass any downs. And yeah, so this is Hunter, his latest obsession, which is countries and number plates and cars. So I don't know if any of your parents have driven, well, for me, I've driven around half of Bridgend trying to find different number plates, different foreign number plates. I've got friends sending me some from Germany, I've got family in Poland who are going to send me some. This is his thing. Don't you look lush there, yeah? You look lush. Ah, love him. Makes me melt, I tell you. Okay, so to be honest, I think I've been going a bit too fast, but it'll give us time for like questions and things like that. So what I decided to do for this is to get other people's perspectives. So I asked questions, what does autism mean to you? And how has Hunter changed your perception of autism? Because from going to lots of meetings, things like that, you know, I get told nearly every day, oh, he doesn't look autistic, he doesn't act autistic. And so I guess because I'm quite wild and my wife's quite wild, we're kind of just the nap-world in a China shop thing. But, so I had quite a lot of videos back, loads of videos back, but two really stood out. And two quite interesting ones, because they're both work colleagues who have stepped up and made a difference in my life, and a difference in Hunter's life. So this is why I get teary now, because, yeah, when somebody takes time out of their day to do something like this, and just everything they do for Hunter, it just makes me quite tearful. So, here we go, videos.
To me, autism means being different, but definitely not less. It's about being unique and bringing new and fresh perspective. To me, everybody sees the world with a slightly different lens or from a different angle, and that's exactly the same for a young person, a child or an adult with autism. I think Hunter is unique and he's an engaging character, and I think Stacey and Conrad are the best parents that any child could ever wish for. I think sometimes a diagnosis can be a challenge for parents and for family. I think sometimes it's a surprise or a shock or the feeling of the unknown, but I think they're absolutely cracking. I think they've embraced it wholeheartedly. They've jumped both feet in, and I think they are absolutely committed to ensuring that Hunter has the best experiences, that he can access the world around him, and that he can translate messages and things that happen around him to make sure that he's included, he's part of our society, and that he's a happy young child. I think they're excellent. I think Hunter is absolutely fantastic, and it's a privilege to know him and to watch him grow.
He's right there. Maybe want to give it a catch? He's actually. So there's another one now. So this is, she was my boss, and then she became a director, and then I got Kev in front of me, but this is the next video, just sums up everything.
So what does autism mean to me? I suppose to me it means somebody communicates in a different way than the way I suppose we used to people communicating. And how has Hunter changed my perception of autism? He's opened my eyes. He and his lovely family are just a joy to have around. And I can't wait till he's old enough to come and work for me.
But yeah, that's just our little journey. You're welcome to add me, follow me, email me out questions. If you've got any questions now, fire away. I'm trying to hold back the tears as well. So, but yeah, that is really it. You know, I was quite shocked to be asked. to do this talk. I hope it's helped. I hope it's maybe opened your eyes, maybe, you know. And you just got to remember, you're all part of this amazing process. You just got to trust it. That's it. Thank you.